board on behalf of MTA, Michigan Township Association. So I'm somewhat optimistic that one way or another, hopefully things break back our way a little bit here.
So let's have high hopes.
Not right at this hour.
Thank you. Okay. Yep. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. Motion to close the public hearing by Charles. All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to accept an ordinance to amend the zoning regarding solar energy. Anybody like to second that?
I will second that.
Okay. Deb?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Matt? Yes. Charles? Yes. Okay. My understanding is, did we have what we needed for, are you going to share your vision?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I'd like that out. It's a nice group of people here. Matt?
Mark?
Or, I'm sorry, Mark. I got it right in the beginning when you came in.
Your EDO?
Yes.
He's looking at a development in our township, which we've been trying to get this type of a development now. Actually, I've been asking about it since the day I was elected, so I'm excited. There's been some, we're going to call them fumbles, which have happened on behalf of the previous planning commission's administration, I think is the proper way to phrase it. So I'd like him to share his vision with us tonight. So then when we can get this hearing in, and we will, he can get the excavating done and go forward. He needs his zoning changed from R1 to R2. So if you would speak into that microphone, just pull it off of there and walk as you want to walk.
So I'm looking to rezone on the corner of Bowtel and 13 from R1 to R2. Say it again? Northeast. I had the house there, the White House, 1965 East North Bowtel. I did a full remodel on that. What we're looking to do is a 55 and over senior community. So the first duplexes will be on the corner. The second duplexes will be to the east of the house that I already built. And then I have 13 acres that we're going to continue with. Been through environmental, call into the water department. I got to meet with you and building department to get the permit. But we're looking to break ground tomorrow, basically. Been working on it for forever, so we'll do a special meeting next week. The design for the one in the corner is 10-foot sidewalls, long and narrow. It'll be tasteful for the lot. It's in compliance with all the setbacks. It does not stand out from anything around it. It's nothing egregious. It matches everything in the master plan. It's as fast as we can build affordable housing, and that's what we're going to do. Yeah, we've got 2 planned for next year already, and then 10 after that. So we'll get it out, get it published, have a meeting probably next Thursday, or as soon as we can. The lot is staked out, the driveway is staked out.
How big is the building?
Well, the first design is the units are 1,700 square feet. The second duplex is on lot C are 1,800 square feet. And then when we get to the bigger project, the initial had 39 units total. 39 total units. So we'll start with the first 2, and then I had mentioned before we're going to get with Mr. Cush and the township as far as we're going to move to 6 plexes for the bigger portion, and then tie into the sewer on Cottage Grove. And try and ward off the solar and all that shit up Eagles Farm with building. So that's kind of the plan. And I had a meeting with excavation today, and we're looking to go while I have weather. Get framed in place. So, questions, concerns, comments? Yes, sir?
Single-story units?
Single story. Everything is on grade, ADA compliant, 55 and over is my preferred audience. I spent 10 years in healthcare. I rehab the #1 assisted living in the country. So the design is to be specifically for 55 and over. Everything will be on grade. We have to bring the lot up about 3 feet. We'll do appropriate swales, drainage, the whole 9 yards. It'll all be,
Can you compare it to something that's already built around here?
if you look at the house I did right there at the corner, 1965 East North Belltel, that house has black LP premium siding. It's kind of modern. It's going to take that design, the same siding, same kind of style, but with other kind of higher end
But
exteriors.
it's not assisted living altogether?
No, God, no.
They're
No.
single?
Independent.
Okay.
Not even that. They're going to be more or less condos.
Got-
Basically condos. Whether I lease them, sell them, we haven't got that far yet. But they're going to be 1,700 square feet.
Yeah, that's big.
Yes and no, 2 bed, 2 bath. Ideally for, like I said, 55 and over. They're for either retirees or someone who has a kid that comes stays with them, or someone with a kid who still lives at home. And that's going to be pretty much it.
Okay.
The price point's going to be the thing. We're shooting for a 279 range. 279, 299, some people can afford for quick moving.
They're going to be deed restricted to 55 and over.
No, that's just my idea was, so the idea for the 13 acres is a full community. It was called the Boulevard. It's a big, you've got pickleball, you've got a pavilion, it's a whole actual community. So my idea is 55 and over. Whether or not we stick with that depends on what, the call for. If there's a call for it, if my partner wants to go with that, we will. But my thought was 55 and over because of my time in healthcare. But I'm not going to, I can't say right now if we're going to stick with that or not. I would like to cater to that crowd just because of the designs that I have. Everything is on grade, everything has 36-inch doors, 4-foot walkways everywhere. Everything is for that demographic, for ease, so we'll see.
So they're basically everyone's required.
They will be.
The doorway, the hallways.
Everything will be.
Common pass-throughs are all.
There will be 0 barrier homes. I am not bending on that. Whether they go to 55 and over, I don't know, but there will be 0 barrier homes.
Is that price point on right now?
279, 290. It all depends. The problem that I have is this time of year, all the suppliers they do a push to get end of year revenue in. So first of the year, you'll get 3 to 5% increases, as can. So on the siding and windows and doors, everybody always tries to get pre-buys. So, we'll see what the materials come in next year. So we'll see. The goal is obviously as fast as we can build them, as affordably as just go.
Any other comments?
I like your vision.
Thank you.
And we have the prints already. We've actually had the prints, but the previous planning commission canceled 3 meetings in a row.
What's your last name?
Sequel.
Thank you. Mark. Okay, so our our board meeting was uneventful. We had a lot of resignations in the township, and so those resignations are getting filled gradually. So if I was to say anything about our board meeting, we were accepting resignations and moving forward. It's a new day. And the few people that are left were people that are willing to be the super glue to hold things together. Mr. Cush stayed on his board, and his board's in good health. And this board is now in good health. The people that care for our community. Steve came on. So Steve, did you have a report you would like to give regarding zoning.
Thank you, Charles. I'll just touch on a few things. Brad had initially asked me to be his deputy supervisor, which I was very humbled and honored by. Didn't expect it or see it coming, but I said yes. And shortly after that, we had the zoning administrator resign, and so then I agreed to take on a second role. Colquhoun Township is left in a shambles, and I can't say enough about your new supervisor. The patience, the hours he's put in. I would have fired the stapler through the wall 2-3 times with some of the roadblocks he's had in the last couple of weeks, and he just keeps smiling, digging forward. It is a new day in Colquhoun, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. We've got these 52 FEMA violations where stuff has been built at elevations it shouldn't have been. Job number one is not repeating that or making the pile grow. Brad and I and the new building inspector, Jay, we've been building our process so that we can get back in the business of writing building permits, get building going again. But we certainly do not want to add to that pile of 52 problems that we've got to back up and fix once we've got this thing moving forward. I have started in on some existing complaints, one with a gentleman with a blight issue. The owner of the home had passed away. It was a couple living together but not married. The gentleman's trying to get ownership of the house, but it's a long-standing awful blight situation I've been watching in your township for years. Stopped and talked with him the other day. He is willing to clean up. He's going to need some help to clean up. Supervisor Eddie wants to do zoning in a little different way. This isn't just spend the township budget on attorneys and beat up on people. If we've got a gentleman like this who's got some health challenges, got a mess, he'd like it cleaned up, we're going to find a way to go that extra little bit and get some manpower to help this guy and get his place looking the way the neighborhood would like to look at it. So, ton of exciting things going on. Proud to be a part of it. Everybody try and be patient for a couple more weeks as we get some things figured out here, but we're going in the right direction. Thank you very much. Proud to serve you.
Thank you. We don't have a planning consultant's report, so then that would take us to public comment. Anybody have anything they'd like to say?
On the master plan, who approves that once you finally get to that point?
Well, this board, and then it gets sent back to the Board of Trustees, and then they would send it back here. But from everything we can find, we have a valid master plan. And
From when though? What date?
well, one of them says 2017, and the map revision is 2019.
Well, was it ever voted on?
Correct. Actually, it says it was. Let me see your book. It actually says what date it was approved right here. It's not on this page. I know I've seen it. The maps that we are running on are the 2019 maps. The maps that our zoning's running on, right here. These are actually the 2019. That's what we've been running on. And the master plan that we're running on hadn't been adopted because right here it is. And it says 2017. So.
But there were meetings held within the last year to.
Correct. Because it was believed there wasn't one out there, but it was. And those meetings that were held last time, because I made a comment, and actually Mrs. Page made a comment, and her comment was about this business opportunity zone that was on Beaver Road.
Was that approved ever approved in any of that stuff?
Well, the problem is there was not originally a business opportunity zone there, and it should have, I believed it was being reduced from 75 to 7 Mile and no property on the east, because why would you take away public property? Why would you take away St. Bartholomew's possibly, and the Sacred Heart of Blessed Sacrament there, the church? Those are public properties. Why would you do that? That
Well,
makes-
on the website, you have one December 8, 2022, that says it's the old map. And then 24, which I think, this
That map wasn't adopted.
that map was done after that meeting and reduced the opportunity zone back to the regular commercial area that was on the previous.
Well, that big orange area that's on that one in front of you, they're saying that would still be, that is not what I believe was being done. What I believe was being done is it was going all the way back to 75. That South Business Opportunity Zone,
No, I don't. We're back to 75.
I-75, the Beaver Road one that you had on top. I'm gonna move so I can show you. This was going all the way to South. Oh, they had it all the way out here.
They had it back now.
Yeah,
Yeah, and here's the old map where you can see it actually.
yeah. But
But it was our understanding during this meeting that
we all understood that we were supposed to be coming up with a new one, and then,
and this was the end of it to be the new plan.
but that was not final approved.
Yeah.
So that map right there, since it wasn't final approved, we have to go back and address this district. Because that
You gotta
should not
address
be-
this district too.
Yeah, they should be,
Both sides
this
of
is
the
what
road.
should be here.
Yeah.
Because that's church property down here. This is all church here, St. Bart's is here, and the Catholic church is there.
I don't think it's all church property.
Well, actually, there's a line that's probably close to where this one is, but,
Because this was what was proposed, and that's
and we all,
what we discussed at that meeting. And
and see, when this was
they
X,
said they were going taking it back to the board.
when this was X, like this, I believe that whole one was being removed. And it wasn't. They actually just made a line right across here, which I did not agree with. Because I don't see any,
It was supposed to go back to the original.
like, this is it.
Yes. Yeah, it was supposed to go, it was going back to this, which is what the new map shows. The one on 20, this 2024, which shows it going back to.
So, Mr. Eddie, do you have something you'd like to say under?
Yeah, Brad Eddy, 1890 South Huron Road. New supervisor, welcome to the new board. I wanted to let you all know I have gotten hold of Spicer, and after going through the supervisor's office, found a lot of interesting stuff to do with the master plans. A lot of master plans, kind of like somebody's mastermind. As you can hear Mr. Page discussing certain plans with the board, there's many concerns. I've even talked with Spicer's Mark Norton, who is the one who took over from Jennifer to do with the master plan that was being created by the past planning commission. After Mark has discussed with me, he is even being blocked from past master plans that we've had this organization make for us. There's many concerns this whole public should be concerned about, and that is control of the people. There is no more puppets. You guys think for yourselves, please. There will be no more supervisor controlling, okay? There's a supervisor who does control people in the back here. He's not here anymore. Don't feel it. I could show you all emails between the supervisor and the past planning commission and the past planner. You will not see those anymore. Your concerns should be for the people, not for personal pockets. Okay? That's what you should care about. That's what I'm here for, and I hope that's what you're all here. The master plans, there's been many made. There was a master plan, a 20-year master plan created in 2015, 2018, 2020, and then another one started in 2022. Don't be a puppet. Work for the people. It is we the people, and it's going to be. You are now members of a new team. I'm an equal of a board of trustees of 5, and it will be that way. There is no dictator anymore. But I will be there to protect you all. So, if anybody has anybody who tries to do anything, come to me. Because I will put a stop to it. And Spicer, they work for us, not for people who are trying to control this whole township. The master plan should be beneficial to the people. Developments like Mr. Sequin is trying to do, what do you feel? You feel a community involvement in what he's trying to do, not a control. When we look at what's trying to go on, you don't want to see these solar panels and stuff, or, excuse me, not you guys, but the community. You don't want to see these in their front yards, their backyards. We need to have choice over where these go. I commend you all for thinking in that way, but don't feel pressured to vote. Vote no if you don't believe in something. Vote yes when you do. But please keep these people all in mind when you do, because that's who voted me in. And that's why you guys are recommended, and that's why I respect what you guys did tonight. Thank you all for doing what you did. And anybody who does have concerns, please step up and talk. You know, just like Eric did, I mean, anybody. We need to be a community here. And speaking the last thing on the community, we have a tree lighting here at this Township Hall on December 18th at 6 o'clock. We need the community to start to become the community that night. And come and meet us, come and greet. We will, we're open arms here, and you know, we want you to be proud of your service people. So we are public servants.
Thank you. Mr. Page, when you were looking at those maps, I found it quite interesting. And actually, I found it really appalling what happened on those maps. Brad and I, finding maps, my parcel went from C1 or C2 commercial, community commercial. So I was commercial, and then I'm residential. Isn't that amazing?
Well, I guess my only comment is, you found, obviously, and I have 3 maps right here.
Yeah. Oh,
You found other maps. Just because there's maps and there's dates on them doesn't mean that the board ever approved them to
Well,
be
they had
the
signatures.
final, to be the final.
They tried.
What ended up happening that we have found,
I don't know. That's what
Yeah,
my
what we
question.
have found.
But were they ever truly approved?
they would approve, they approved maps, and then they signed when it was approved. The last one was approved in 2019, and Dennis Bragel signed it. And I found that quite interesting, because, like I said, my property seems to teeter-totter. Davison says, well, you know, you're residential. And I said, no, that property, going back to the 30s, has always been commercial.
I'm going to just
I guess
step
you get
in
to,
here.
sort that all out pretty quick because.
Mr. Page, there has been literally hundreds of residents frauded in this community on zoning. And what has happened? People, widows, my mother included, my mother-in-law, many other people in this community frauded. Their property zoning should not be changed without a notification. It has happened a lot in this community. And the day that anybody wants to come in and see all this fraud, come on in and see me. Because it is fraud when somebody changes something without telling.
There's been things done, but my only statement is,
No, I
Let's
understand.
get it corrected.
Right.
Thank
I
you.
agree.
That's,
Yeah.
And everybody know what's happening.
that part, new day. That I was talking about.
That's what I'm here
This
for.
new
That's
day,
right, we keep
we're gonna go forward, we can't change the past, so let's
Right.
look forward.
Positive.
And let's seek the sunshine and not be hanging
Yeah.
out in the storms.
Positive.
Because there could be a lot of storms, and I think it would be much easier to seek the sunny side of the street.
When you literally see minutes and maps that show how people literally change their zoning specifically for their families' futures, and then somebody comes in with a master plan to take it all away.
It's weird.
Master plans have problems. And that's what I'll say is, there's somebody who wins and there's people who lose. And I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna protect everybody, not just those who wanna pocket other people's properties.
Thank you.
Yeah, I motion to close tonight's meeting.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if we don't see you. But we're gonna do something, please watch that website, because as soon as we can make that hearing happen, it will be done. We're not gonna dilly-dally, we're gonna get this to go forward as quickly as possible. But we gotta make sure it's legal, because nobody wants to get in the end, somebody say we didn't do it right.